Man, what a screech. We're going to get straight to it. We talking about do not live out the lyrics. Do not live out the lyrics. I want to shout out to Birdman. Birdman, Stunner. Brian Bubba Williams. He would be one of the perfect people who actually promoted his artists to not to be in the street. He wanted Lil Wayne to just be a superstar. He would get on him about going to Holly Grove, in New Orleans. He would get on BG about being on Venice and Magnolia, holding sticks. He did not want him on VL. He didn't want him outside like that. It's important to name the legends who done it before. Birdman ain't sold no dope in forever. He supposedly had $1 million at 15, 16. He didn't want Juvenile in the Magnolia. He used to get on Hot Boy Turk about going to the Magnolia. He did not want them living out the lyrics. He wanted them to basically be hood street journalists who rap the gangster talk and rap the streets because they come from it, but not actually be living in it. So I want to shout out to him. And he came to Memphis, my city, got Yo Gotti, gave him the game, gave him the money and the game. So Bird been pushing not to be living out the lyrics. He went and picked up 2 Chainz, gave him some game. He helped out Young Thug, gave him some game so that he could become the boss that he became with YSL and a long list of others. So when we talk about don't live out the lyrics, we're going to shout out to those who ain't sold no dope, ain't been doing all this street activity well over 20, 30 years. Now, check out the video, like, comment, subscribe, share, follow. What the street said, man. Throw your M's for Memphis. Throw your M's for Memphis, man. Like, comment, subscribe, share. This is going to be one of the most powerful videos I probably ever did. I want to call this video a message to the youth, a message to the young rappers, a message to the young artists. I'm gonna break a couple things down in this video. I'm gonna break a few things down in this video. Follow me anywhere with Trailcraft at Trailcraft, TRELLCRAFT, whether it be Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Snapchat, TikTok. Trailcraft. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let me hit the coffee. I got a message for you, man. I got a question for you. I got a message for you and I got a question for you. How long is the rappers and the young gangsters, the young thugs in the street gonna try, right, to live out these lyrics? How much longer do y'all plan on trying to live out your lyrics? You cannot live out your lyrics forever, man. When do you think the last time Yo Gotti sold some drugs? When the last time you think Young Jeezy sold some drugs? When the last time you think Jay-Z sold some drugs? When the last time you think Gucci Mane sold drugs? When you think the last time Russell Simmons sold drugs? I'm using successful men name. When last time you think QCP sold drugs? Living out your lyrics, living out other people's lyrics, it's the same as the streets. 3 results: jail, unalived, paralyzed, or somebody in your family getting hurt. Can we all agree to this? So, shout out to Ralo Famgoon. Ralo Famgoon, he sold dope. What happened? Facing a RICO. He went to jail. I think he did 5 years. You cannot sell dope and live out your lyrics. You can't sell dope, period. But you most definitely can't live out your lyrics. Lil Durk, he was living out his lyrics, right? So the streets say. What he in jail for now? RICO, murder for hire. Mo 3, they say he was living out his lyrics. Where he at? Where he at and where the killers at? Mo 3, deceased. What a killer's it. Facing charges. Facing charges. Yeah. Julio Fulio, what he was doing. Living out his raps. Living out his raps. Where he at? He dead. What a killer's it. Facing charges. You can't be living these lyrics, man. You can't be living these lyrics. And I like the Julio. I like the Mo 3. Shout out to FBG Duck. Where FBG Duck at? 6 feet deep. What a killer's it. Facing charges. Facing life. He lost his life. They facing life. Yeah. This how this go. Shout out to Young Dolph. Rest in peace. Young Dolph, one of the kings of Memphis. What he was doing. Living out his raps. Dissing. Doing what he was doing, standing up for himself. Some would say this, and some would say he was standing up for himself. But either way it go, he was living out his lyrics. I ain't going. I ain't scared. F the other side. Where he at? Where he at? Deceased. Where the killer's at? In jail. In jail. In jail, serving life. So, Nipsey Hussle, salute Nipsey Hussle, living out the rolling 60s. He was living out his rhymes, living out his lyrics. Man, I don't mess with snitches, I don't mess with rats. Where he at? 6 feet under. What a killer at? Serving life. When is we gonna stop? When we gonna stop? Peso out of Memphis, living out his raps. What happened to him? They walked him down. They walked him down downtown. And I don't mean no disrespect to the family or to his homies. I gotta tell the truth. He was living out his rhymes, some would say. But where is he at? Then one of the killers, he got unalived. So that the other killers could get in the win. We're gonna take it to New York. Shout out to New York. Chef G, I believe, living out his lyrics. He didn't went to jail twice, living out his lyrics. Man, I'm big gang, man. I'm all that. Young Thug, him and YSL, what was they doing? Living out their lyrics. Big blood gang, all that. YSL, you know what I'm talking about? Running them streets of Atlanta, thugging, shooting pistols, knocking people down. Now look at them. The whole crew dismounted. The whole crew has been either exposed for snitching or some type of crazy stuff. The crew ain't even together no more, man. This is a message. This is a message to the young steppers, to the young spinners, the young smackers. This is a message to the youth. This is a message to the rap artists, man. Yeah, this is a message. You cannot be living out your lyrics and think you go live a successful, peaceful life. Rest in peace, King Von. Where he at? Where he at? Living out his lyrics. He's 6 feet deep. But guess what, though? The killer beat it. The killer beat it. Lil Tim walk on the streets. He beat it. King Von was living out his rap lyrics. What Quando Rondo at? Rolling 60s. Savannah, Georgia. Gang member. He was living out his lyrics. He was living out his lyrics. They caught him telling the steppers to meet him. We finna stand on that business. Where he at? He in the feds. This is a message to the youth, man. This is a message to the steppers. This is a message to the smackers. This is a message to the spinners. Ain't nobody else gonna give you this. Ain't nobody else gonna tell you the truth. Ain't nobody else gonna put a mirror on you, man. You know what I'm talking about? I'm here to put a mirror on you, man. Stop crashing out, man. Stop crashing out. Stop throwing your life away. That's what's going on. People throwing their life away. People crashing out trying to live out some rap lyrics, man. You too can transition like Yo Gotti. You too can transition like Jay-Z. You too can transition like Young Jeezy. You can transition like Rick Ross. You can transition like 50 Cent. You can transition like QCP. Pooh Shiesty. Salute Pooh Shiesty. Free that man. He was living out his lyrics, shooting pistols when he get ready. All in clubs, shooting a Draco All on camera when he get ready. Where he at? The feds came and got him. He was too big for the state. The feds came and got him. Living out his lyrics. Living out his lyrics. Salute Stupid Duke, Young Mom Military. Salute him, free that man. Supposedly, he was living out his lyrics. Where he at? Facing life. Facing life. Some would say he innocent, right? Some would say he was living out his lyrics. That what the police think. That what the DA think. That what the state think. I'm really trying to give y'all a message here, man. Stop crashing out. Stop living out your lyrics, man. Cause guess what? That girl you love, it's gonna be somebody else. Them kids you love, it's gonna be somebody else raising them, or either worse, the streets gonna be raising them. Your mama already ain't got no money. She ain't gonna have no money for your funeral. She ain't gonna have no money to see you in jail while you locked up. This is a message to the youth. This is a message to the young rappers, man. The young smackers, the young steppers. Suge Knight, he was living out lyrics. He locked up, serving a L. Diddy was living out his lyrics. Locked up, he was facing a L. When Snoop Dogg was living out his lyrics, he was facing a L. Man, like, comment, subscribe, share. Like, comment, subscribe, share, man. It's deep. Salute to Boosie. Boosie was facing that needle. Why? Living out his lyrics, he was facing a needle. What his little hitter at, what his little step at, Marlo, he locked up, serving what? Quadruple life. L's, man. L's. Big Meech was living out the lyrics. He did a 20-piece. His brother did a 20-piece. Terrence Gangster Williams was living out the lyrics. He did 25, 26 years. If you ain't gonna listen to me, listen to your mama, listen to your daddy, listen to the preacher, listen to somebody. But stop living out the lyrics, man. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Do what you want to do. Share this video. I need this video to touch everywhere, everybody. I need this to be the biggest video I ever did. Ever did. I need people to understand. The streets over. It's cameras everywhere. You're either going to throw your life away by crashing out or by losing it to gun violence. I'm out 100.